asking in traveler's checks, redeemable
Why did you
in
trust
whatever
him?
currency you want. Sometimes that was attractive to private contractors because they kept up with the differences in currency and could make a little margin on the exchange. I'm at O'Hare and will try to find a place to stay in the suburbs. Just to save you time, let me just pick somewhere between here and Waukegan. If I get a new number in the meantime, I'll call it in. Meanwhile, you may leave a message for me at the following New York number. Buck was still unable to get through to his office directly, but his voicemail number worked. He retrieved his new messages, mostly from co-workers checking on him and lamenting the loss of mutual friends. Then there was the welcome message from Marge Potter, who was a genius to think of leaving it there for him. Buck, if you get this, call your father in Tucson. He and your brother are together, and I hate to tell you here, but they're having trouble reaching Jeff's wife and the kids. They should have news by the time you call. Your father was most grateful to hear that you were all right. Buck's voicemail also noted that he still had a saved message. That was the one from Dirk Burton that had spurred his trip in the first place. He would need to listen to it again when he had time. Meanwhile, he left a message for Marge that if she had time and an open line, she needed to let Dirk know Buck's flight never made it to Heathrow. Of course, Dirk would know that by now, but he needed to know Buck wasn't among the missing and that he would get there in due time. Buck hung up and dialed his father. The line was busy, but it wasn't the same kind of a tone that tells you the lines are down or that the whole system is kaput. Neither was it that irritating recording he'd grown so used to. He knew it would be only a matter of time before he could get through. Jeff must be beside himself not knowing about his wife, Sharon, and the kids. They'd had their differences and had even been separated before the children came along. But for several years, the marriage had been better. Jeff's wife had proven forgiving and conciliatory. Jeff himself admitted he was puzzled that she would take him back. "Call me undeserving, but grateful," he once told Buck. Their son and daughter, who both looked like Jeff, were precious.
This ends Disc 2. Left Behind, Disc 3.
Buck pulled out the number the beautiful blonde flight attendant had given him and chastised himself for not trying again to reach her earlier. It took a while for her to answer. "Hattie Durham, this is Buck Williams." "Who?" "Cameron Williams from the Global." "Oh, yes. Any news?" "Yes, ma'am. Good news." "Oh, thank God. Tell me." "Someone from my office tells me they reached your mother and that she and your sisters are fine." "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wonder why they haven't called here. Maybe they've tried. My phone has been haywire." "There are other problems in California, ma'am. Lines down, that kind of thing. It may be a while before you can talk to them." "I know, I heard. Well, I sure appreciate this. How about you? Have you been able to reach your family?" "I got word that my dad and brother are okay. We still don't know about my sister-in-law and the kids." "Oh, how old are the kids?" "Can't remember. Both under 10, but I don't know exactly." "Oh." Hattie sounded sad, guarded. "Why?" Buck asked. "Oh, nothing. It's just that..." "What?" "You can't go by what I say." "Tell me, Miss Durham." "Well, you remember what I told you on the plane. And on the news, it looks like all children are gone, even unborn ones." "Yeah." "I'm not saying that means your brother's children are..." "I know." "I'm sorry I brought that up." "No, it's okay. This is too strange, isn't it?" "Yeah. I just got off the phone with the captain who piloted the flight you were on. He lost his wife and son, but his daughter is okay. She's in California, too." "How old is she?" "About 20, I guess. She's at Stanford." "Oh." "Mr. Williams..." She began to cry. "Miss Durham, it's okay. You have to admit, no one is thinking straight right now. You can call me Hattie. That struck him as humorous under the circumstances. She had been apologizing for being inappropriate, yet she didn't want to be too formal. If he was Buck, she was Hattie. I suppose I shouldn't tie up this line, he said. I just want